Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth. Thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Contract negotiations fall through for the power position at CUC, and now the utility company is still looking for their top dog. Also tonight, new air service means Palau is easier and cheaper to get to from Australia than from Saipan. And a police officer pleads guilty and could be looking at up to 5 years in prison. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
I love Mariana's Coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face, but not the McCrispy.
The Commonwealth Utilities Corporation continues their search for an executive director. CUC announced this afternoon that Christopher Tyson has withdrawn his acceptance of the job due to contractual issues. Tyson was recruited from California and was offered an annual salary of $200,000. CUC says while agreeing in principle, they were unable to agree on the final terms of Tyson's employment contract. Board Chairwoman Janice Tenorio issues a statement, quote, "While we are disappointed that Mr. Tyson will not be joining us as executive director, we respect his decision and wish him the best in his future endeavors," unquote. Tyson was expected to officially take post in June. CUC posted a job vacancy announcement on Saturday, offering a 2-year contract for the position. Under a stipulated order from the U.S. Department of Justice, the Environmental Protection Agency currently provides oversight for a number of CUC operations. One of the court order mandates CUC to hire an executive director with certain educational and professional background, such as a master's degree and 10 years experience in senior management. On February 7 of this year, EPA wrote a letter to CUC stating they were required to fill the executive director and the CFO position within 150 days of the date of the vacancy. Both positions have been vacant for over a year now. EPA demanded that CUC pay a penalty of $162,000, but they were able to settle the amount to $108,000 instead, anticipating the arrival of Tyson. It is not clear at this time what happens next, but KSPN2 did learn there are already potential applicants lined up. Betty Terlahi has been the acting executive director since April of 2023, after former utility executive Dallas Peavy was fired for dishonesty and lack of candor. Peavy did not disclose his last job on his application paperwork, a job that he was terminated from. Peavy was accused of falsifying travel documents and was required to repay over $20,000 to Ortloff Engineers, one of his previous employers, and he was charged with a felony for a private matter that happened in 2009 in Texas.
And that I will faithfully and honestly discharge my duties as an associate judge of the Commonwealth Superior Court to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Lillian Ada Tenorio is the fourth female associate judge in the Sinamay Superior Court. During the investiture ceremony this afternoon, Tenorio officially receives a judicial robe and a gavel. Governor Arnold Palacios administered the oath. Tenorio's courtroom was filled with her family, friends, judges, and lawyers across the NMI. During her judicial address, she thanked her mentors and her family for their support. And she pledges to be a fair and impartial arbiter of the matters that come before her.
I will continue to strive to be efficient, to be productive, and most of all to be worthy of the trust and confidence that the people of the Commonwealth, through their elected representatives, have placed in me.
Tenorio was the Deputy Attorney General for the CNMI from 2015 to 2024. Prior to joining the AG's office, she was in private practice as a solo practitioner from 2004 to 2015. She served as legal counsel for the NMI legislature and was a law clerk to Justice John Manglonia. Tenorio received her BA from the University of California, and she earned her JD from the University of New Mexico School of Law.
The Rock Islands, Jellyfish Lake, and Blue Corner will now be a little more accessible to Australian citizens coming up from down under. Our neighbor Palau, along with Nauru Airlines, has announced direct flights from Brisbane, Australia to Palau starting on May 21st, opening a new non-stop air route between Australia and the diving Mecca. Nauru Airlines service will be marketed as the Palau Paradise Express. 6-hour flight will be operated by 737, 700, and 737-800 aircraft will depart Brisbane on Tuesdays at 11:30 p.m., arriving at Palau International on the main island of Babeldob at 4:30 in the morning. And southbound flights will depart Palau on Wednesdays at 10:30 p.m., arriving in Brisbane at 5:30 a.m. Introductory pricing is 999 Australian dollars, which is about $650 US dollars for the round-trip service. The introductory fare is about half as much as the fare from Guam or Saipan to Palau. Palau attracts visitors from around the world. To date, most come from the Northern Hemisphere, including the United States, Canada, China, Taiwan, Europe, and Japan. Palau says that direct air access to Palau from Australia will open new opportunities to develop sustainable tourism. The expansion of Nauru Airlines service to Palau is part of the airline's commitment to provide essential air links to the Pacific region, they say, to support the sustainable development of island economies through the promotion of tourism, trade, and commerce. Republic of Palau is 1,500 kilometers to the east of the Philippines. It's comprised of approximately 300 islands with a total land area of 458 square kilometers. The country's resident population is about 18,000 people who live on 9 of those islands. The capital of Palau is located on Babeldob, which is the largest island. Most of the tourists, however, go to Koror. Palau is marketed as a spectacular destination for divers, hikers, birdwatchers, nature lovers, and those who love fishing or simply want to disconnect and visit a place few have been. In February of 2024, about half of the 5,000 visitors to Palau came from China. There were about 800 from the United States, 700 from Taiwan, and 600 from Japan. The average visitor spends about a week there. And accommodation in Palau ranges from budget accommodation and motels to well-equipped 4-star resorts, as well as liveaboard diving vessels, luxury yachts, and 5-star international standard luxury resorts. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News.
Police officer Raymond Saralu was taken into custody after he pleaded guilty in open court during his jury trial yesterday. Saralu was arrested back in October after a ballistics report conducted by Guam police confirmed that it was his government-issued firearm that was used in an accidental shooting of a 7-year-old boy. Initially, he pleaded not guilty and awaited his day in court. But after the selection of a 10-person jury on Tuesday morning, Chief Prosecutor Chester Hines moved to dismiss 5 of the 6 gun charges filed against Saralu. Saralu then pleaded guilty to 1 count of storage of a firearm where a child was injured. The maximum sentence for the charge is 5 years imprisonment and a $5,000 fine. Associate Judge Joseph Camacho has scheduled Saralu's sentencing for July 17 at 10 a.m. The case involves 2 minors who were playing in Saralu's residence in Cagman, where they found his government-issued firearms in one of the rooms. The boys took the gun, which discharged, injuring a 7-year-old boy in the face. The child suffered an entry wound on the left side of his face, and his jaw was fractured. Some of his teeth were broken too. When police arrived at Saralu's residence, they found a total of 8 unsecured firearms in different areas of the house. An investigator stated that some of the firearms were found in an unfinished closet with no doors. Saralu was also charged with obstructing justice for removing his government-issued firearm and replacing it with his personal firearm. Guam police did confirm through a ballistics report that the bullet shell was from the government-issued firearm.
The new time slot for United Airlines service from Tokyo started last night with an on-time arrival at Saipan International. Plane, however, came in just about half full and mostly filled with local residents, not many tourists on the first flight down from Narita. Tourism officials are hoping that the scheduled change will have a direct impact on the flight's load factors. The previous service arrived here in the middle of the night, left very early in the morning, and was thought to be a deterrent to leisure travelers from Japan, especially those with families. The new schedule departs Tokyo at 5:30 p.m. and arrives in Saipan just before 10 p.m. The flight, which started coming out of the pandemic, comes with some revenue guarantees by the CNMI government. The return flight from Saipan leaves at 11:50 in the morning and arrives in Narita at 2:25 p.m. The current contract for the subsidized service expires at the end of August. Round-trip airfare from Japan priced today at about $550 to Saipan. If you depart out of Saipan, service is priced at about $650 for the round-trip service.
Upgrade your savings when you bundle with any iPhone 15 series today. Our affordable Link Bundle gives you the power to choose just what you need, with mobile and home internet starting for as low as $105 a month, no home phone required. Plus, activate your bundle with a brand new iPhone 15 and receive your first 2 months of home internet on us. A $50 port-in credit, a SuperPod AX, and basic installation, all free for a limited time. Additional conditions may apply. Visit DocomoPacific.com to learn more. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face. But not the McCrispy.
Premium office space is available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Features include dedicated parking, fast internet, backup power, good water, and natural light throughout to go along with the very best views on Saipan. So don't settle for space when you can get peace and peace of mind. Call Hermosa Vista today at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Marianne's Coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Boost contractor Shane Blanco Villanueva is allowed to travel to the U.S. mainland and Asia after the court returns his passport. Villanueva appeared before Superior Court Judge Robert Naraha Tuesday morning and requested to have his passport back for business trips. The judge allowed Villanueva to speak where he got emotional, explaining that his reputation is ruined from the allegations and all he is trying to do now is maintain his business to support his family. Villanueva further explained that Philippines is the main manufacturer for his products. He does travel to Vietnam and the U.S. for other business. Special Prosecutor James Kingman did not object, noting his only concern was to exclude China from the trips. Judge Naraha granted Villanueva's request, ordering he must present a copy of his itinerary before leaving and notify the court when he returns. Villanueva is one of the marketing contractors for the $17 million Boost program under the Torres administration. He is charged with contempt after invoking his Fifth Amendment right during the Boost investigative hearings. Villanueva pleads not guilty. The trial is set for October.
One community, one journey.
The Marianas March Against Cancer received overwhelming support Friday night as hundreds in the community gathered to support the cause. 17 teams were posted at the CPA airport field selling food and drinks, and they even had games. Bob Jones from Triple J says it's important to support this cause.
Cancer is a very serious disease, and we all have to work together to defeat it. We can, and we got to support the survivors, and we have to work hard to eliminate it because it can be eliminated. It's just going to take a lot of time and a lot of work and a lot of togetherness, a lot of love.
Some teams were named after loved ones who passed from cancer.
Team Kiddo! It's important that we support this cause because not only does it honor the battles, but it also honors the journeys that these people have to go through. And it's just our way of showing that we support them and we respect them and we appreciate them.
Dr. Brett Peter is the NMI's first cancer doctor. This was also his first MMAC.
A lot of people feel like they go through cancer by themselves, and really it's great that they have the support of the community, their family, and their friends. And we can really see this amount of support when you come to an event like this. And the CCA really helps with that support too. It's great to have an event like this.
Other participants joined the event to honor people close to them who fought and are fighting cancer.
My grandmother has cancer, and every day I'm always with her, helping her because sometimes she gets depressed. So I'm always there, helping her, just try to be with her, do what I can. So that's why I really support it.
For me, I have friends and family members who died and still struggling from this disease. So it's important that as a whole, a community, we should be in this together. So of course, especially for the CNMI.
Jake Maratita has two brothers who fought through cancer, but he's also lost one. He tells us what he remembers most about his brother.
He was always positive. When he was getting treatment, we would video call every now and then, and he always seemed positive. And I guess at the end of the day, that's all we can try to aspire to be, right? gone too soon for sure, but God has a plan for everyone.
Others want to spread awareness and support the Commonwealth Cancer Association in their works.
It is important to spread awareness towards Mariana's March Against Cancer, especially for those who have lost their battle to cancer. Cancer is very prominent here in the CNMI, despite how small our island may seem. And so through this community event, it promotes awareness in order to be able to gather the community and to put effort in the things that we can't do for them.
Tell me a little bit about this wall. Why did you guys decide to have this wall up?
It's a pledge for the commitment of coming again next year and continuing on the tradition.
All right. And why is it important that we continue this tradition?
To show that there is support amongst anyone and everyone, and it's going to stay that way.
Talabog Star has been supporting MMAC since 2013, and since the shutdown with COVID and everything that's been happening, we're just so glad to be back to support this amazing cause. And we just want to tell the community that Team Talabog Star will fight back to commit to supporting this annual event.
To everyone who is currently battling cancer, these messages go out to you.
A wise man say, don't give up in your what you're dealing with. Always push. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Don't give up. That's what I gotta say.
Despite how hard it may seem to really trust in God's timing, in His promise, and what the plan He has for your life. And so I think it's just important to hold on to that despite all of the hardships that you've been through.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week. At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537.
Tonight, mostly cloudy with scattered showers. East winds around 10 miles per hour. Low 77, and your chance of showers is at 30%. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy in the morning, becoming partly cloudy with scattered showers in the afternoon. East winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. High is 88. For your marine forecast, gentle to moderate winds will increase slightly through the next couple of days, becoming generally moderate for Friday into the weekend. Combined seas of 46 feet will linger even as the elevated north to northeast swell diminishes over the next couple of days. The easterly trade swell increases during that time. High tide will be at 6:39 a.m., low tide at 1:43 p.m. Sunrise will be at 5:50 a.m. and the sunset 6:37 p.m.